Children, now we are going to start video third with the title and difficult words from the poem Amanda. Here is the title of the poem Amanda. The title Amanda is quite suitable as its central character is a young girl Amanda. The poem sketches the mental state of a young girl, nagged and reprimanded continuously by her elders. The control on her is so constant that she has mentally switched off and has chosen to live in her own beautiful inner world free of restraints. Typical words from the poem Amanda. First word is mermaid. It means in folklore, a mermaid is an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female and tail of a fish. Hunch, it means bend. Slouching, it means sitting in a lazy way. Languid means relaxed. Emerald, here it means green color. Inhabitant, resident. Drifting, carried slowly by the water. Blissfully means happily. Orphan, a child whose parents are dead. Hushed, quiet and still place. Acne, pimples. Rapunzel, a girl in the fairy tale by Brothers Grimm. Tranquil, calm or quiet. Rare, uncommon. Sulking means be in a bad mood. Nagged means constantly harassing someone to do something. Children, now we are going to start with the explanation of the poem Amanda written by Robin Klein. According to the poet, childhood is a time when we indulge in our fantasies and we do as we please. But as soon as we reach adolescence, we are expected to abandon such practices and do as we are told. Amanda has reached that midway age between childhood and adulthood, and the poet shows this in a subtle manner through the poem. Here, the poet has used parenthesis. Parenthesis means not uttered, the words that is not uttered. And here you can see the first three lines. It has been spoken by mother. And just look at these three lines that is in bracket. This is the thinking, imagination of Amanda. Again, you will find here in bracket these three lines. This is also an imagination when she was scolded by her mother. Then she started imagining the things. Here also you can see these three lines. This is also an imagination. These are not uttered. So this is a poem written by Robin Klein. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Now the imagination made by Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me. Me stands for Amanda. A mermaid drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Again, these are the instructions given by the mother. And then again, Amanda lost in her imagination, as she wanted to be like an orphan. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. After that, again, she just came out from imagination. Again, she heard the voice of her mother. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Again, just she went in the imagination. She wanted to be a Rapunzel. I am Rapunzel, I'm not a care. Life in a tower, in tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Again she heard the voice of her mother, then she came out from her imagination. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Here, children, we are going to start the explanation of the poem Amanda. You know very well, every child feels that he or she is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed, means reduced. Now look at the lines spoken by the mother. First, see the word hunch, it means bend, and slouching means sitting in a lazy way. Here in this stanza, the speaker is probably the mother of a young school-going girl, Amanda. The stanza reveals the relationship between the mother and the daughter. The mother is in the habit of constantly checking and scolding her daughter. She, in an authoritative tone, prohibits Amanda from biting her nails. She further rebukes her for bending her shoulders and for sitting in a slouching posture. The mother instructs the daughter to sit in an erect posture. Now look at the literary devices that has been used in this stanza. Look at first and second line here. Don't word has been repeated. So it is anaphora. Then look at the word stop, that slouching and sit up straight. In this line S sound has been repeated. So this is an example of alliteration. Now look at the name of Amanda has been repeated thrice. So it is repetition. Look at these lines, children. These lines are in a bracket. So this is an imagination by Amanda. Here have a look at the difficult words. Languid means relaxed. Emerald here means green color. Inhabitant means resident. Drifting means carried slowly by the water. Blissfully means happily. And mermaid as an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female and tail of a fish. In this stanza, Amanda, the young girl, is a speaker. Though her thoughts are not expressed openly, she is so much fed up with the constant instructions from her mother that she mentally drifts into the world of her imagination, the world of absolute liberty. She dreams of a sea with emerald green water. She imagines that she is the only person dwelling in this beautiful world without anybody to restrict her movements. She dreams that she is mermaid, the mythical creature with the head and body of a woman and the tail of a fish. Her imagination makes her feel that she glides over the sea like a mermaid in a delightful and blissful mental state. Here, just have a look at the literary devices. Here, metaphor has been used. As you can see that emerald. Emerald sea for green color of sea being similar to the color of emerald. Next poetic device is allusion. Here you can just have a look, mermaid. Here mermaid is a well-known imaginary creature.